Have you ever heard the claim that staring at a solar eclipse could make you go blind? Is it a myth or a fact? This belief is as widespread as the shadows cast during a solar eclipse itself. But before we unveil the truth, let's understand what a solar eclipse really is. A solar eclipse is a celestial event that occurs when the moon, in its orbit around the Earth, positions itself directly between our planet and the sun. This alignment casts a shadow on Earth, and for a fleeting moment, day turns into night. An awe-inspiring spectacle, indeed. But it's also a phenomenon shrouded in fear and uncertainty. Many people believe that looking directly at a solar eclipse can cause permanent eye damage or even blindness. This belief has been passed down through generations, causing panic during these celestial events. So the question remains, does looking at a solar eclipse really damage your eyes? Let's delve into the science behind it. What exactly happens during a solar eclipse? Well, the science behind solar eclipses is both fascinating and straightforward. Essentially, a solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the Earth and the sun. This alignment causes the moon to cast a shadow onto the Earth, blocking the sun's light and creating a temporary darkness. Let's break this down a little more. The sun, moon, and Earth are constantly moving. The Earth rotates on its axis while orbiting the sun, and the moon orbits the Earth. However, these orbits aren't perfect circles. They're slightly tilted and elliptical, which means that the sun, moon, and Earth only align perfectly on rare occasions. And when they do, we get to witness the mesmerizing spectacle of a solar eclipse. The moon, being much smaller than the sun, appears to be the same size from our perspective on Earth because it's much closer to us. During a solar eclipse, the moon slides directly between the Earth and the sun, and for a brief moment, the sun seems to disappear. This is the moon's shadow falling on the Earth. Now, there are 3 types of solar eclipses: total, partial, and annular. A total solar eclipse is when the moon completely covers the sun, leaving only the sun's outer atmosphere, or corona, visible. A partial solar eclipse happens when the moon only partially covers the sun, and an annular solar eclipse occurs when the moon is farthest from the Earth in its orbit and appears smaller, so it doesn't completely cover the sun, leaving a bright ring, or annulus, visible around the moon. It's important to note that the shadow of the moon moves quickly, and a total solar eclipse at any one location on Earth is a rare event. The path of totality, where the sun is completely blocked, is typically only about 100 miles wide, and the total darkness lasts for just a few minutes. Now that we understand what a solar eclipse is, let's explore how it could potentially affect our eyesight. So how does a solar eclipse impact our eyesight? Well, despite the common belief, looking at a solar eclipse won't turn you into stone, but it can cause real damage. This damage is known as solar retinopathy, a condition caused by the sun's intense light flooding your retina, the part of your eye that senses light and sends signals to your brain. Imagine your retina as a piece of paper. If you focus the sunlight through a magnifying glass onto that paper, it will burn. Similarly, when you stare at a solar eclipse, the concentrated solar rays can literally burn a hole in your retina. This isn't like a sunburn on your skin that heals over time. The retina doesn't have the capacity to regenerate or repair itself. When the cells are damaged, they are damaged for good. This can lead to blurry vision or even permanent blind spots in your field of vision. But why is an eclipse more dangerous than a regular sunny day? It's not about the intensity of light, but rather the duration of exposure. During an eclipse, the reduced light conditions can trick our eyes into thinking it's safe to look at the sun, and our natural squint reflex might not kick in. This can lead to prolonged exposure and consequently more damage. It turns out the warnings about solar eclipses and blindness aren't just old wives' tales. Let's recap what we've learned today. Solar eclipses, a stunning celestial spectacle, occur when the moon crosses between the sun and the Earth. However, their beauty holds potential danger. Looking directly at a solar eclipse can cause solar retinopathy, damaging your eyesight. That's why it's absolutely crucial to use appropriate protective eyewear when observing an eclipse. So the next time you plan to watch a solar eclipse, remember to protect your eyes and enjoy the spectacular celestial event safely.